July 29th, I'm seeing a very sharp opening here. The Magician is front and center, and the whole thing is about you using what you already have. Not waiting. Not asking permission. You knew this already. The Magician, this card is about focused will, skillful manifestation, and aligned action. The Magician is saying stop circling the same idea and make the move. Send the email. Start the draft. Use the talent you keep downplaying. But do not scatter yourself. Do not perform business and call it progress. The Magician wants precision. One clear intention, one clean action, no overreaching. No pretending you control every outcome. Now, I'm seeing the past trying to pull at the side of this. Six of Cups reversed. Six of Cups reversed is about getting hooked by memory that is not telling the full truth. You may be checking an old thread. Looking at a photo. Thinking about somebody like the good parts were the whole story. Let me rephrase that. The past is trying to dress itself up as comfort. It is not necessarily comfort. It may just be familiar pain. Six of Cups reversed says separate what happened from what you wish had happened. If you keep replaying an old script, you stay stuck in it. If you keep romanticizing what hurt you, you hand the present over to the past. Actually, no, this next part is important. Knight of Swords reversed is where Aries can trip if the mind gets too hot too fast. Knight of Swords reversed is reckless communication, rushed decisions, and saying the thing before you know the whole story. That angry text, that sharp reply. That urge to win the argument instead of understanding the facts. Knight of Swords reverse says slow down before you hit send. Verify first, breathe first. If you charge in with half the context, you create a mess and then have to clean it up later. So the moment is simple, but not easy. The Magician says act with purpose. Six of Cups reverse says stop feeding the old memory loop. Knight of Swords reverse says do not weaponize certainty. That is the whole crossroads right there. You can use your skill, or you can let old residue and fast reactions hijack the day, because this is the key for Aries. Your power is not in moving first. Your power is in moving cleanly. Decide what is real now. Cut the fantasy version of the past. Then speak only when you can stand behind the words tomorrow morning. That is the difference between control and mastery. So for July 29th, the message is take the action, but take it with a steady hand. Use what is already in you. Do not go back for scraps. Do not send the message just to release pressure. Build the thing. Name the intention. Keep your nerve. Aries, July 29th. I'm seeing a clean split here. One part of you wants to move fast. The other part keeps opening old tabs, and that is the problem. Not the feeling, the pattern. The Magician. This card is about focused will, skillful manifestation, and aligned action. The Magician says you already have enough to start. Not later, not when the timing is perfect. Now, use what is on your desk, in your phone, in your hands. Send the email, draft the plan. Make the first move with purpose, not performance. King of Swords. The King of Swords is clear judgment, disciplined truth, and strategic thinking. This card wants you to cut through the noise and make the hard call. Read the room before you react. Say the thing plainly. Set the boundary without decorating it. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. Say it clean. No extra explanation, no emotional fog, just facts, timing, and consequence. Six of Cups reversed. The Six of Cups reversed is stuck in the past, distorted nostalgia, and unresolved memory. This card shows where old emotional residue is still steering the wheel. You keep remembering the soft version, not the real version. You keep checking the old thread. You keep replaying the safe-looking moment and skipping the part where it hurt you. Don't lie to yourself. Familiar is not the same thing as safe. Memory is not proof. Knight of Swords reversed. The Knight of Swords reversed is reckless communication, scattered force, and mental overdrive. This card warns about the text you almost sent. The argument you almost started, the snap decision you wanted to make because your chest got hot and your mind got loud. Slow it down. Verify before you speak. If you feel that surge, put the phone down first, then answer, not before. So the moment is simple. Act, but act with precision, Aries. You are not being asked to wait forever. You are being asked to stop mixing urgency with clarity. One gets results. The other gets mess. I'm hearing a very specific test here. Can you move without proving something? Can you choose without spiraling back into old memory? Can you speak without turning it into a collision? The Magician says, yes, start. King of Swords says, yes, decide. Six of Cups, reverse says, no, don't romanticize the past. Knight of Swords reversed says, no, don't fire off the first reaction. This is about clean motion, clean words, clean cuts. The moment you stop feeding the old story, your next step gets obvious. Aries, July 29th. We are in the middle of it now, and the pressure is showing. The Magician. I'm seeing you with the tools already in your hands. Not later, not when it feels cleaner. Now. The Magician is about focused will, skill, and clean action. You stop waiting for the perfect opening, and you make the move you've been circling. Send the email. Start the project. Say the thing plainly. Don't scatter your energy trying to look ready. Use what you already know and use it with purpose. King of Swords, this is the part where you get sharp. The King of Swords is clear judgment, discipline, and truth without fluff. You read the room before you react. You set the boundary before the second warning. You make the call after the facts are on the table. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. You do not keep explaining what you already know is off. You cut through it clean, direct, no emotional fog. No pretending confusion is kindness. The star says healing is available, but it does not come through force. It comes through small, honest steps. You sleep. You breathe. You let one good thing land. The star is renewal, hope, and recovery. And right now it looks like your system finally getting a break from the fight. Hold on. This is not about instant rescue. It is about enough relief to remember what you are building toward. You let support in. You stop calling cynicism wisdom. Six of Cups reversed. The Six of Cups reversed is where the past tries to dress itself up as comfort. It is not comfort. It is residue. You check the old thread. You replay the old line. You miss what was familiar, even when it was not safe. The Six of Cups reversed asks you to separate memory from reality. If you keep feeding the old story, you keep the old wound active. You are not being pulled back because it was good. You are being pulled back because it is known. Knight of Swords reversed. The Knight of Swords reversed is where the mouth gets ahead of the mind. The Knight of Swords reversed can fire off the text, interrupt the conversation, or make a snap decision just to end the tension. That is the trap. The urgency feels powerful, but it is sloppy. Slow it down. Verify before you speak. If you are angry, do not send it yet. If you are certain too fast, pause longer. This is not the moment to win the argument. It is the moment to stop the misfire. So the moment is simple, even if the conflict is not. Move with skill. Speak with precision. Let healing happen in real time. And do not hand the steering wheel back to memory or panic. Aries, you already know what the clean choice is. Now do it. Aries, I'm seeing the blockage now. It is not lack of drive. It is not lack of talent. It is the old loop and the fast reaction. That is what keeps tripping the move. The Magician. This card is about using what you already have with precision. The Magician says, stop waiting for the perfect opening. You already have the skill. You already have the contact. You know exactly what needs to go out. Send the email. Start the draft. Make the first move cleanly. Don't perform. Commit. Don't scatter your energy trying to prove you can do everything at once. King of Swords. This card is about clear judgment and hard boundaries. The King of Swords wants facts, not fog. Read the room before you react. Say the thing plainly. Make the call after you weigh the actual evidence. If something is off, name it. If the line is crossed, draw the line. Don't dress confusion up as patience. Don't use logic to avoid vulnerability either. Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. Use logic to protect the truth, not to hide from it. The Star. This card is about renewal and small healing. The Star says recovery is already happening, but quietly. Sleep, breathe, let support land. Let one good conversation count. Let one calm morning count. You do not need to force a full restart today. You need to let hope back in without making it a fantasy. Healing is not loud, it is steady. The Tower reversed. This reversal is the warning. The Tower reversed shows delay suppression and the structure that keeps cracking while everybody pretends it is fine. Hold on. This is where the pressure has been hiding. Something unstable has been patched instead of faced. A relationship, a plan, a habit, a system. It keeps breaking in the same place. Stop calling that safety. Stop calling that normal. If you keep avoiding the crack keeps growing. Six of Cups reversed. This card is the past getting too much say. The Six of Cups reversed shows nostalgia that is not innocent anymore. You are not just remembering, you are replaying old photos, old texts, old versions of people who were never as safe as you wanted them to be. Familiar is not the same as good. Memory is not the same as truth. Separate what happened from what you wish had happened. Knight of Swords reversed. This reversal is the misfire. The Knight of Swords reversed is rushing, snapping, firing off the text, and then paying for it later. Somebody wants to win the argument before they understand the story. Somebody wants to move so fast they skip the facts. Slow it down. Verify first, speak once. Don't charge in with certainty when all you really have is adrenaline. Intensity is not truth. It is just intensity, so the moment is clear. The Magician moves. The King of Swords decides. The Star heals. The Tower reversed exposes what cannot stay buried. Six of Cups reversed cuts the emotional leash to the past. Knight of Swords reversed tells you to stop reacting like every feeling is an emergency. That is the turn. That is the clean line. Aries, act from now. Aries, July 29th. This is not subtle. The Magician is here, And the Magician is saying, stop waiting for the perfect setup. Use what you already have. Send the email. Start the thing. Make the move with the tools in your hand, not the fantasy in your head. King of Swords is the next pressure point. King of Swords wants the clean read, the facts, the boundary, the decision. So if you have been talking around the issue, that ends now. Say what is true. Cut the extra words. Read the room before you react, because your power right now is precision, not volume. The Star comes in like a quiet reset. The Star is not asking for a miracle. It is asking for recovery in small steps. Sleep, breathe, let support land. Let yourself trust the next inch, not the whole staircase. I'm seeing that healing is not the big dramatic moment here. It is the moment you stop bracing for impact. The Tower reverse shows the crack you have been trying to patch over. The Tower reversed is delayed collapse. That means something's been unstable for a while, and you know it. You kept it going by denial. You kept it smooth on the surface. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. You kept it standing by refusing to look at what was breaking underneath. That cannot hold forever. Page of Wands reversed is the spark getting blocked by hesitation. Page of Wands reversed says you start, then you stall. You get excited, then you scroll. You get an idea, then you doubt yourself into silence. So do not confuse that wobble with a lack of talent. Start small. One page, one draft, one text. One sketch. Protect the spark from noise. Six of Cups reversed is the past trying to run the present. Six of Cups reversed is nostalgia with a hook in it. Not all memory is truth. Not all familiarity is love. So if you are checking old threads, replaying old scenes, or missing somebody who was never safe, that is the blockage. Separate what happened from what you wish happened. You already knew that. Knight of Swords reversed is the misfire. Knight of Swords reversed is the angry text, the snap decision, the rush to be right before you are informed. Hold on. Do not weaponize certainty. Slow it down, verify first, then speak. Because intensity is not truth and speed is not clarity. So the moment is very simple, Aries. The Magician says act. King of Swords says be exact. The Star says heal without forcing it. The Tower reverse says stop patching over what is already failing. Page of Wands reverse says your momentum is there, but it needs protection. Six of Cups reverse says the past is distracting you. Knight of Swords, reverse, says do not react from that place. This is the turning point, not because everything is fixed, because now you can see the real blockage. Nostalgia, rushing, old residue. That is what has been tripping the wire, not lack of power. Not lack of ability. Just too much looking backward and too much moving too fast. So today, choose one clean action, one honest sentence, one boundary. One step forward. That is the moment. Aries, July 29th. I'm seeing a clean line here. Not a dramatic one, a clean one. The Magician. This card says you already have enough to start. Stop waiting for the perfect opening. Use the skill you have, the contact you have, the draft you already wrote, the idea you already named. Send the email. Make the move. Do the thing with purpose, not to perform, to commit. You were already aware of the power you already have back in King of Swords. This card is about cutting through the fog and making the call with a straight face. Say what is true, set the boundary. Read the room before you react. If something is off, stop softening it. Stop explaining it away. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. Stop negotiating with facts. King of Swords wants discipline, not drama. The Star, this card brings the reset. Not instant, not loud, just real. Sleep gets better. Your mind gets quieter. You start trusting a small signal. Again, you stop treating healing like a test you have to pass in one day. Let support land. Let the next breath count. Don't force the whole future. Just take the next honest inch. The Tower reversed. This card shows a crack that has been ignored for too long. The collapse is delayed, but not gone. That thing you keep patching, it keeps breaking. That conversation you keep avoiding, it is still there. Stop fooling yourself. If the structure is unstable, name it. The crack you keep covering from this is still there. Face it before it gets louder. Containment is not safety. Page of Wands reversed. This card is the stalled start, the half-open tab. The idea that keeps getting interrupted, you want momentum, but the spark keeps getting buried under noise. Start smaller. One page, one message, one sketch. One walk. Protect the beginning from self-doubt, because this is the spark that needs structure from do not quit, because it is awkward at first. That is not failure. That is ignition trying to happen. 6 of Cups reversed. This card is the old memory loop, the old thread. The old picture you keep checking when you should be looking at what is in front of you. Separate what happened from what you wish happened. Separate comfort from truth. If you keep romanticizing what hurt you, you will stay stuck there. This card says release the emotional residue, not the lesson, the residue. Knight of Swords reversed. This card warns about the text you almost sent, the sharp reply, the rush to be right. Slow down before you speak. Verify before you accuse. If you feel the surge, pause. Walk away from the keyboard. This card can turn urgency into a misfire fast. Wait. That is the whole warning. Intensity is not proof. It is just intensity. So the moment lands like this, clean break first, then the next step, not the whole plan, not the whole life. Just the next step with intention. The old structure is cracking, the old memory is pulling, the old impulse wants to sprint, but your path is not in the sprint. It is in the precise move after the honest release. Choose the clean break, then build from there. Steady, on purpose. Okay. That's all I've got for now. If this hit, or you already know what to do, please subscribe, tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.